Hey everyone! In this video I'm showing you how to make a beautifully fragrant, moist and creamy double chocolate cake with tonka and strawberries. And it's 100% gluten-free because it doesn't contain any wheat flour at all. So let's get to it! In my double bottom pot I have 100 grams of butter, 60 milliliters of whipping cream, and to that I'm adding 60 milliliters of full fat milk. Grate a whole tonka bean on top of the other ingredients. If you don't have access to tonka beans, you can use a whole vanilla pod. The taste and aroma won't be the same of course, but you'll still make a delicious cake, and that's what matters. Keep stirring at all times to avoid the milk from sticking to the pot, and when you notice bubbles on the surface, cut the heat. Keep stirring for a minute or so, and then add 150 grams of semi-sweet chocolate. Now just cover the chocolate with hot liquid and let it sit like this for 2 minutes. Then you can start stirring gently and you'll notice that the chocolate melts very quickly. Keep stirring gently until you have a very shiny and fluid ganache. Now just leave the ganache to cool down a bit until we prepare the rest of the batter. In my bowl I have 3 large eggs at room temperature. Just mix these on low speed until they froth up a bit and then add 25 grams of erythritol and 25 grams of xylitol each. Mix on high speed for about 8 minutes until the eggs more than double in volume, and then slowly pour in 20 milliliters of grapeseed oil. After you add the oil, turn the speed of the mixer down to a minimum and continue mixing like this for a minute. By doing this, the cake will rise more evenly and won't collapse once it's baked. And now let's move on to the dry ingredients. 100 grams of almond flour, 20 grams of black cocoa powder, and a tiny pinch of salt. I prefer to use a very small whisk to mix these together. Then scatter this dry mixture directly over the fluffy eggs. Take the spatula from the chocolate pot and start folding the dry ingredients into the egg mixture. It's best if you move as quickly as you can here. And when you have a homogeneous mixture that looks like this, it's time to add about a third of it to the warm chocolate. So just use your spatula to dollop some batter into the warm chocolate. By doing this, we ensure that the cake will have as much volume as possible. This step makes the chocolate lighter and easier to incorporate into the batter. It also ensures that the cake rises and keeps its volume. After you mix thoroughly, you can add this mixture to the rest of the bowl. Pour it over the spatula over the entire surface of the batter. This way it won't sink right to the bottom and it will be easier for you to fold it in. Again, it's best if you work fast here because you don't want to lose that volume. As soon as your batter is homogeneous, pour it into an 18 cm silicone mold. And if you don't have one, use a springform pan, just make sure you grease and line it with parchment paper. Make sure you scrape the bowl so you don't waste anything, and then bake the cake for 50 minutes in a preheated oven at 150 Celsius. Even though the surface seems kinda cracked, don't worry, the cake isn't dry. Let it cool down to room temperature in the mold. You'll notice that it shrinks a little, and that's to be expected. While I flip it onto my serving platter, I'd really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It really means the world to me. Thank you. And if you use the springform pan, just unlatch the ring, peel away the parchment paper, and slide the cake onto the platter. That's it. Now line an adjustable cake ring with acetate sheet. If you don't have this, return the cake to the springform pan and line only the sides with parchment paper. Now carefully place the lined ring around the cake. Close the ring or tighten it so the cake is perfectly sealed. In my double bottom pot I have 220 grams of strawberry puree, 30 milliliters of whipping cream and 5 milliliters of lemon juice. Mix these over low heat, and when you notice bubbles breaking the surface, add 20 grams of butter. Then cut the heat and stir continuously. And after the butter melts, add 200 grams of ruby chocolate. Just cover the chocolate with the hot liquid and let it sit like this for 2 minutes. And after this time has passed, start stirring gently without incorporating any air. You'll obtain a beautiful, deep pink strawberry and ruby chocolate ganache in no time. Pour this gorgeous ruby chocolate ganache directly over the cake. And don't forget to scrape the sides and bottom of the pot. Isn't that color amazing? Now shake the platter so that the air bubbles rise to the surface. Take a toothpick and pop them. Let the ganache cool down to room temperature and then refrigerate the cake for at least 6 hours. After that, it's time to take it out of the fridge. First, release the ring and remove it carefully. This is very easy to do because of the acetate sheet. And then carefully peel away the acetate sheet itself. Because the ganache is very fluid when you pour it, it's very likely that it runs between the acetate and the uneven sides of the cake. But that's perfectly fine. After all, it's a homemade dessert. It's supposed to look like that. I can't believe I just said that. But the perfectionist in me just had to have his way, so I smoothened the sides just a little bit. Decorate the cake with edible flowers and petals. I used cornflowers, forget-me-nots, and pansies. The cake slices easily and is amazingly delicious. It also keeps very well for several days in the fridge, though I seriously doubt it'll last that long. I hope you give this recipe a try and let me know in the comments below how it turns out for you. Until next time, dessert lovers!